If you guys are tired of losing to players that you know you're better than, I suggest you guys stick around and watch this video till the end. Four-time Madden champ Pav here. In this video, we are going to be going over one of the most fundamental parts of Madden that is overlooked. And it is going to be the art of clocking or stealing games or, just playing the halves as perfect as you can. And this is what's going to separate a lot of the best players in the world from, good players that just have a lot of talent, but you seem to come up a little short in these games. I got a lot of knowledge for you in today's video. The beauty of this is you're going to be able to, be average or below average, and you're still going to be able to win a lot of games. I have some in-game examples, but let's just get straight into it. So in your offense, you're going to need to go in the playbook and find a couple of key plays that are going to really help you clock and, get you those 3rd and 5s when you need it the most. So I'm in the Ben Kurt Dimes playbook. This is honestly a textbook playbook, blocking out halves and controlling the game. This is why I love it a lot. I could play the game manager role once I get a stop. So I'm going to break it down in this Ben Kurt Dimes playbook. Bunch tight end, what you're really going to be looking for is this RPO right here, the RPO alert bubble. I've went over this a lot of times, but it's really one of the best plays to clock out games. Or you're simply just going to want to untarget, one of these defenders, allowing you to get an even 3-on-3 matchup. You see right there. We don't get the most yards on it, but it's 5+ yards. You keep the clock moving. You get to a 2nd and 5. Super easy to move the chains in that scenario. Another great play I like to call is this off tackle, right? This off tackle is, excuse the stick work, but it's one of the best runs to counter mid blitz. Any type of 40 line set, you're going to be able to get to the edge, and you're just going to be able to maybe get that speed boost and get a first down and keep the chains moving. And this is a perfect complement to the inside zone, because some people have inside zone gap shoots. They'll show you that once or twice, slow down your inside zone, and then boom, you're going to hit them with the off tackle, and they really won't have an answer besides, maybe getting a lucky shed. You see right here, the off tackle is super, super effective. Another great play to really just control the game and, get those easy 3rd and 5 conversions is going to be whips. This play has been in the game since last year, maybe even a couple years before that, and people already know how good this play is. But, what you could do is flip once or twice, catch them on their toes, and then you're just going to maybe do a nice little combo like this right here. We're going to do triangle on a smart routed in route, and then maybe on the flat on circle, and you're just going to call hike and wait for one of your zig routes to get open. You could throw it early, you could throw it late, depending on the type of player you are, depending on your abilities, right? You could get that ball out quickly before they could switch stick, or you could just wait, and then boom, one of those zig routes is going to be open. And you need plays like this. You can't just have long developing plays, corner routes, post routes, crossing routes every single time. You need some, nice gritty play calls that get in between the zones that will help you convert those 3rd and 5s, 4th and 5s, where you really win or lose games. Another great play I like to call is this motion spacing, and it's a nice little look. Let's just say you're at the end of the game, that you need 1 first down to win, and your opponent maybe gets in mid blitz, all out man. This play is going to throw them off. What you could do is a couple things. I'm going to do corner route on the tight end. I'm going to drag a Buka or inside slot receiver, and then maybe do a return route. And now you get a post and a corner route. You can stem this corner route down if you want. And versus a man look, you see the safety is going to follow. You have that guy open right off the rip. And, let's just say they take it away, right? The auto motion is a big distraction, right? We're going to use it as a decoy. Maybe one time you convert on that, and the next time you're going to use it as a decoy. This time we're just going to look to the inside of the field, and we're just going to throw our drag. Look how much space we got right there. Got a little unlucky with the deflection, but it's a nice decoy, right? You see the guy in motion automatically, okay, I got to go defend him. And then you're going to go into the middle of the field. Post route was open. Drag route, that drag route is actually open every single time. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you could use that. And you could do a couple other things as well. If you want to go across the field, in the middle of the field, you could do a tight end crosser or a post. I like the crosser probably in these scenarios. The drag on a Buka, and then you could do Thornton on the return route. And same thing applies right here. You're going to get that safety in motion. And right there, boom, early on the cut. I know that safety coming across the middle makes it look scary. And if that's the case, you just simply throw it to the drag. So you get the gist of what I'm trying to break down. You can have the perfect game plan and the scheming, but if you're struggling to close out games, you're really going to have to hit the lab and find the plays that work for you. I gave you 4 great plays out of the Ben Kurt Dimes playbook. Now it's your turn to go out there in whatever formation, whatever scheme you run, and get to labbing. Because you could be a completely average or below average player and still beat great players just by learning to clock out halves, stealing possessions, and ultimately just playing the clock to your favor. This isn't a perfect example. I'm playing a great player in Big Tay, and in my first possession of the game, I throw a switch stick. We're going to be in a bad hole. You see right there, 20 seconds into the game, we're down 7. Right here, we're in a position where we get ball at half. We can make this last drive of the half, steal a possession. To 10, we have 30 seconds left. We really can't go underneath. We have to take a chance. We're going to have Travis Hunter over the top. And you see right here, we get tackled at the 1. Perfect. Second and goal, he sends an all-out blitz, and my running back route gets open. It took a little while. He got bumped up, but we end up scoring right there. And it looks like we're going to take the lead, right? But guess what? We end up throwing a switch stick pick. Great defense by him. His vert hook went crazy. His switch stick went crazy. And just like that, we're in another bad spot. And here we go. 4th and 3. He's once again in the mid blitz. We're going to untarget his user. We see he's on that center, or excuse me, over the center, and we hit him with a nice seam streak up the middle. That was a tight window, could have gone either way. Sometimes you got to take the risk and score the touchdown. When you're in a spot like this, you're going to have to get a stop some way, somehow, whether it's holding them to 3 or getting a nice switch stick like that. See right there, Darian Porter ends up getting that switch stick. We're going to take it for 6, and all of a sudden, we're in a tie ball game. We don't get the 2-point conversion. We were in a spot where we could have done whatever we wanted to. We don't get the 2-point conversion. Right here, notice how I don't onside. We're just going to kick it deep and try to trust our defense again. He's going to try to run the ball or do some type of RPOs. We make a crazy switch stick play, but we drop the interception. Those DNs really don't catch those picks in this game, so I wasn't too mad at the time. Drop a pick. What's going to happen the next play? They're going to score a touchdown. He had a lot of time. I sent 5. My double or nothings did not double or nothing. And he ended up scoring a touchdown with Scatterboo. We're going to do this tight end drag. We're going to playmaker him up. First down to Brent Strange. And honestly, I don't know what it is. I like to score as fast as I can in this scenario and trust the defense. You could play it either way. You could clock it out, play end of half defense. You got to go with the flow of the game. If you believe you could get the stop, you go ahead and score. If you're like, okay, I can't stop this guy, and no matter what I do, it's not working, you're going to want to just make it last possession. So always remember that, guys. Right here, we're going to go to our old reliable, one of our best friends, and that is going to be the spacing switch flat route. Jamal Charles gets to the end zone. We got to go for 2 now. Right here, we're going to get very lucky. We're going to just throw it to Dante Thornton. He's going to absolutely snag on my opponent. I tell you guys, sometimes you got to just trust your defense. You got to go with the flow of the game. If your opponent's been scoring on a lot of one-play touchdowns, go ahead and try to play defense. They've been dissecting you and dotting you all game long. You go ahead and try to get, make it last possession and take it overtime. See right there, we're going to get pressure. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 23. Smug look, just trying to get a little pressure. Play contains, and boom, we're going to get him to a 4th and 23 now. And the dogs, we get the pressure. He's going to throw this wheel route, and we make the tackle. This is a great route right here that you could do to really clock games. See right there, he doesn't get pressure. Jamal Charles is going to get to the edge. He breaks 2 tackles, which was insane. I honestly would have preferred like a 3rd and short right there, but it is what it is. He gets his 1st and goal at the 8. And right here, man, I could score the touchdown or I could just take it all the way down. He's going to get pressure. We had an open read, but he just came in free. And what we do is something that you guys got to do right there and fall down. Don't throw it away. Don't get an incompletion. Don't try to force it. Unless something is wide open, you trust your read. You got to just fall down, take that timeout. Right here, I'm not going to get this touchdown. And it's fine, right? We're going to take it down to like 40 seconds and try to play defense one last time. 2nd down, we mess up on a switch stick, bad switch stick, and guess what? We get a little bit lucky. So sometimes you need to get a little lucky as well to win these games. 3rd down, I'm like, all right, I got to blitz him right here. He has way too much time. We're going to blitz him, and Travis Hunter is going to game him. And that's going to be GG's in chat. And we literally just stole a game from a great player. He should have 100% beat me. He definitely outplayed me in this matchup. He had 6 touchdowns. I had 5. I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes it just doesn't matter how well you play. So there it is, guys. That's how you're going to steal games in Madden 26. You got to play the clock. You got to make the right decisions. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Catch you guys next time. And as always, go check out MaddenAcademy.com. We have free ebooks where you're going to learn the ins and outs of Madden and learn some of these thought processes that I break down in these videos. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.